an astonishing new claim that ancient Troy was in the cold polar regions and not in Asia Minor, a researcher claims. According to writings of the ancient Greeks, I'm translating from a Greek article, the search for Homer also holds thousands of surprises, even for me, who thought I had seen it all. So this week I reserved my surprise, and unfortunately I can't share it with you because I can't give any details. So everything will be in simple words. I'll not leave you, my friends. Anyway, I'll give you another element of surprise that will make the main teachers who read it lose their color and bite their tongue. Before I begin to say that I have noticed that some experts, quote unquote, are not starting to use tracks from my blog to tie their arguments, let them be careful, because I watch, and if I see them expanding, then we will have some bad breaks. That's because I find it silly to respond even with an email, but they can cheat on my blog. Now, I'll leave my own and move on to Troy's place always and only through the Homeric texts and not everyone's fantasies. So far, we have the following official data. A, according to experts, Troy is located in the region of Asia, Asia Minor. That's the west coast of Turkey, today's Turkey. B, the various topographical figures mentioned by Homer, the ancient Greek writer, are nowhere to be found because the mountains were moved, the rivers were lost, the lakes went dry, Homer was more or less stupid, Alexander the Great died 33 years old, and now I don't feel that much good lately. And all of the foregoing serious, very serious reasons prevent these wonderful specialists, quote unquote, from other sciences finding the exact position of Troy. Schliemann, the archaeologist, found some ruins. None of what Homer writes is going to fit in, but for reasons unknown to me altogether, Troy exclaimed and fell asleep. Of course, I did not expect them to ask me. I didn't live then, but they could, for example, make the following incredible statement. To read Homer, because everyone knows, but nobody reads them. They just know. So let's take a look at what Homer says about Troy's location. Homer mentions in every detail its geographical location, that you find a little bit of searching for, but beyond rivers, mountains, lakes, and bays that do not walk or get lost together so that we are confused. There are animals, and not only to avoid revealing everything. So animals are also the ones that do not change their place of residence, but still exist to the best of experts. So let's take a look at a nice photo. Our friends next door never made us the honor of living in our country. His hair, as you can see, is white. We're talking about, for example, this beautiful white wolf. Yes, the hair is white. So it's not logical, according to the prevailing view, that the people of that time in Greece not only had not seen a white wolf, but also ignored its existence. Most probably, they were completely excluded from going out with their dogs for hunting a white wolf. If all this is the case, then either Homer was a visionary of the unknown, or all of them are not only irrelevant, but have never read his works and let it be played by experts. So, look at what Homer says in the Iliad. 1033-5. Attica, Amphi, Imimini, curved arcs, very low lymph node polio, hold on to a dog. So you see what Homer says. There was an exterior white wolf. The pelt of a white wolf. So the Pelts did not see that there were white wolves around Troy, where one of them killed their dogs, as he says below, and tore it and wore it on his shoulders. I say he was there because we know that the war lasted 10 years, so the wolf was killed there and not elsewhere. The white wolf If Homer is not a traveler of the unknown, a visionary but writes that he sees, then we have a problem. As in Asia Minor, there have never been white wolves. White wolves existed and exist only in polar regions, specifically in the North Pole. This meant that our expert friends, besides being irrelevant, do not bother to read even these ancient texts. You will be wondering what they are dealing with, but with the sharp ones and those who got it the wrong place as well. So good thoughts, remember that there is something in the text that is not mentioned in the official geography of Troy. If you find it easily, you will find it with the help of the wolf. Okay, so what we get from here is that Homer was talking about the animals of the location, that there were white wolves there. And the white wolves, we know, are in the North Pole, in the polar regions of the North. In that case, it means that the city of Troy is most likely located somewhere in the north. I read another article on this site having to do with perhaps it would have been in what is today's Siberia. You know, Siberia is a very huge mystery. There are people that are from, that area, from Russia specifically, that tell other people that nobody goes to Siberia. It's so freezing cold. Or when it's not cold and everything is sort of unfrozen, it's very mucky and clayish and sinking mud. And it's not very easy for anybody to go and explore these areas for archaeological reasons. We have remember the Siberian cauldrons? Those ancient advanced technology cauldrons that are buried underneath that supposedly are for earth protection. They blast out certain rays of unknown force that protect Earth by blowing up asteroids or comets coming towards Earth. Well, those are in Siberia, the Siberian cauldrons. There's a lot of other things in Siberia. People cannot possibly go out to explore. First of all, they need the money to do that. Who's going to give them the money to do this? Anyway, this is one of the reasons here Homer talks about the white wolves that were, obviously they were not the figment of his imagination. People there, he claims, were even wearing the pelts of these white wolves around their shoulders to keep warm. So where were these white wolves? Obviously in the Arctic. I'll leave links below for you. I've translated this from Greek, from Diadrastika. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.